Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and today we're back with our Caribbean Zoo, our Caribbean Wildlife Park. And before we go, I really want to thank you all so much for the incredible support. It's just making me so happy just to see how many people out there are still playing Planet Zoo and are excited for a new Planet Zoo series. Because I was a little bit worried seeing so many content creators playing Planet Coaster that you guys would maybe also move to that. But thank goodness, it's really great to see how many of you are still playing Planet Zoo and are just so excited for this new Caribbean series. So thank you all so much for your support. So before we go and start working on the interior, I have some really cool ideas which I just hope I'm able to achieve. But we have to wait and see about that. I wanna, first of all, can we click the, no, let's just go to the zoo tab right over here, because I did request a lot of name suggestions for the flamingos. So we have Rosita, Little Lucy, Featherstone, Mr. Pink, Mimi, Bellamy, Amber, Mrs. Pink, Lily, Sun, Fancy, Treasure, Opal, Big Bob, Marley, Mojito, Mariana, Domingo, Flugal, Cloud, Violet, Jasmine, and Salmon. There are so many names here, so I'm obviously not going to click all the flamingos separately. But we also have some staff members, so let me just introduce you guys. Now, since we did hire quite a lot of staff already in the first episode, I'm going to introduce you guys very quickly. This is Prince Tristan, the veterinarian, Marie, the zookeeper, Jesse, eine Meinung, the educator. We have Kate, the mechanic, Abraham, the security guard, Faye, the janitor, Milu, the janitor, Pitsky or Pitsky, the vendor, Dennis, Topaz, the vendor, and last but not least, Virla Badil. I hope I pronounced that right, also the vendor. Thank you all so much for all your name suggestions, and everyone, just welcome to our staff team. And if you want to be part of our staff team, then definitely be sure to leave your name down below in the comments, and who knows, I might be able to hire you guys in the next episode. Now, I don't want to hire any new staff members just yet, but looking at the high workload, I do feel like it might be best to just select everyone right now and make sure to train all our staff. Our money is doing quite well, so I'm super happy with that. That means that we can have a nice start here at this building. This is definitely not going to be the shape of the building, or actually I'm not entirely sure, but what you see a lot in the Caribbean is like these little staircases, a lot of white shutters, and so I actually want to raise this building. This was just to give myself also an idea of, okay, this is going to be like an indoor area, but I want to avoid having the indoor area being super straight and like it is right now. I really want to try and see also with like the mud pieces. Why is it not? Okay, there we go. I want to try and see if I can play around a little bit with these mud panels on the inside. I feel like plaster is fine on the outside. Having this and then like the blue color, and just try and see if we can create something very organic on the inside. I first feel like I want to build the inside and of course the staircase because it has to be raised. Well, actually, yeah, well, maybe we can just raise the terrain here. I think that should be good. So we're gonna have like a more organic shape right now. And then later on, like, I try to look up some architecture of the Caribbean. Like, it's not going to be all super realistic, but definitely inspired by it. But I don't really feel like buildings are super organic. So the outside should be a square at some point, covering everything that we have on the inside. um, let's just try and see how this will go. I mean, we only have one animal, so we can't really do much here when it comes down to management. I feel like it's a little bit too soon for that. Apart from just enjoying these beautiful animals, I'm actually really happy that I did make sure that I first lowered this into, or lowered this more so all the animals would be swimming here, and I just didn't really like it. I like it when you have flamingos walking in like shallow waters, and if the adults want to swim, they can go right over here. But yeah, I do really love shoo. I don't really like that, but it's already gone. But yeah, super happy still with how this is looking. I actually do not want you to do that, so we can just fix that with some elephant grass. In case you are not aware, elephant grass makes the traversable area, or just reduces the traversable area. Can I click you so I can see that? So if I now put a little bit more elephant grass right over here, it should change that. Yes, there we go. Oh, okay, there's a lot more to it. They can walk. I'm just gonna close this off because, yeah, I find it a little bit odd if they are walking on these edges. Is that a bad thing? No, the traversable area is fine. The swimming area isn't so much, but we're going to create like this little water area on the this shelter building, so we should be good. Is this going to work already? No, it should be a little bit raised, I feel like, as long as it's not sticking through all the rocks. I think this should be good. Oh, I think it's actually well, this is what I'm looking for, so maybe it's not that bad. Else we need to lower it. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit too obvious. Thank goodness I can go and move through the terrain. There's like a little setting that you are able to do this. I'm not really sure if I'm lowering this too far in now. I think it's right over here, just to show you guys. Disable camera collision with terrain. So if you do not have the option to do that, this makes life so much easier. I've been playing years without that option, or that setting turned on, but it's so much easier. So yeah, okay, without further talking, let's just go and start working on the indoor area for the flamingos. I actually also want to have a staircase right over here because I think, yeah, having this building raised gives more of the Caribbean architecture vibe, and it just makes the area a little bit more interesting. So let's just go for it. So, welcome to the first part of the House of the Caribbean because I just had so much fun working on this, but the detailing and all the little pieces just took me so much longer than I wanted to, as always. So, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to share the start with you guys, and then in the next episode, we're going to finish it because I just really don't want to rush myself. And I just really wanted to share this already because I also want some feedback, especially with the interior. Like for those of you, or at least I should not say that I know a lot about the Caribbean. I've been a few times to Curacao, so I'm mostly getting inspired by things that I've seen in Curacao. I'm not really sure how much other islands in the Caribbean feel the same, but this is like the simplicity. It's a little bit older, like it's not super modern as far as I have seen, unless there's like a renovated building or whatnot. So this does give me the vibes that I remember from being at Curacao. I also wanted to play around. It might be a little bit too blue. I wanna hear your thoughts. Like I'm trying, like, this is going to be a lot less blue and a lot more green. But I thought like having the blue more in the interior as well would be a cool idea. But this definitely does feel like I should not be I should not be building too many blue houses. You know what I mean? So we definitely should make sure that we have different color variations later on. The roof is one of the things that I really have my doubts of. Like, I feel like I just love the sunlight coming from the roof. But I also felt like I wanted to make this more cozy by lowering the ceiling. But having it open still brings in more daylight. So yeah, there's a lot of things I'm debating, but yet I'm super happy with how this is looking. Like, it's nothing that I've ever created before, so it's still like this learning curve, but I'm having so much fun with it. But yeah, this definitely needs some working still. So just to give you guys an idea of what I'm trying to envision here, for myself at least, I want to raise half of this habitat. So we're gonna make it a little bit more narrow. We're gonna have like I think something like that when it comes down to the height. We're obviously going to play around a lot more with not the blue rocks, but only like these the twilight rocks for that roughness, but also just some other rock formations. But it's definitely going to be an indoor pool, so it doesn't have to feel like we're on the outside. So it's definitely going to be an indoor habitat. And then I actually thought, like, I feel like this is way too big, but I also don't want to narrow down. We could actually make it a little bit smaller, but I kind of feel like why not just make like we did with our grassland zoo, and I think we also did with our tropical franchise series, and also with our Eco Island Park, but just have a bit of like a backstage area with just some gray and like a bit of the standard that we did there, but have like this walkway through that backstage area, and then have an opening somewhere over here raised so the guests can see them in some kind of indoor pool area. I think it's going to be looking really cool, but as you can probably imagine with what I'm trying to envision here, I feel like I just want to spend a whole episode on that instead of trying to rush myself. I think this really looks super cool, and I'm super excited about this. So, okay. Oh, yeah. We have exhibits. I've been going through all the animals here, just trying to see, like, okay, which one of these animals have the Caribbean region? And there are really not that many animals. As far as I could tell at this point, it's only the flamingos. And we have what is it called? The Amazonian giant centipede. So yeah, clearly we chose this one for the exhibit. We did already set up the managed population, so we're just going to sell for cash as soon as we have more than one male and one female in here, which is hopefully going to bring in a little bit more cash, because talking about cash, I had to take a loan because I I felt like it wasn't going fast enough. So I took the 20k loan, so not the highest one, not the lowest one. So we're still trying to repay that one. But yeah, I think having exhibits in here is definitely going to help. And also, we obviously have the green iguana. The green iguana is definitely one of the animals that you can pretty much see everywhere when you're at least on the island of Curacao. You can see it on the beaches. You can see it on the street if you're just walking through the city. They're pretty much everywhere. So yeah, obviously the green iguana also had to be... Oh, there you are. I was really trying to see, but we have a male and we have a female. So I also did set up the population management to be sure that as soon as they are getting some offspring, we are earning some cash here as well. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do. It's a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy after so long that I'm getting back into a little bit better creative vibes again. So hopefully we can continue this, because yeah, this is just the best feeling if you're feeling creative and you feel inspired by what you're doing. And hopefully I'm inspiring you guys as well with everything that we're doing here. As far as I can tell, at least, no one else tried to build a Caribbean zoo before. So yeah, it kind of feels like new and unique. At least I hope so. At least I hope that I'm not missing out on any series that is already out there. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait a second. We kind of, well, they're not escaping, which is a good thing. But yeah, we still have a long way to go here. Now, one thing that I did want to mention, like you may have seen it in the speed build, I'm not entirely sure, but you can tell like the floor is a little bit lowered. Like normally I would always lower it to the ground, and it actually I tried to fix it a few times, and I guess it now looks a lot better. I can probably show it. It actually looks quite decent, but you can see right over here I was not able to connect this. I had to be sure that this was not sticking through too much, although I kind of feel like that's why we have a path right over here, that I want to create a staff building here with like different colors like you see in Willemstad, so with like the yellow and the pink and all, and then have like this little area with these staff buildings, or probably connect. I'm not entirely sure just yet, but I kind of felt like I want to have more pathing right over here. We've already been moving the entrance and all these buildings further and further out. I just want to continue doing that until I'm completely satisfied with this area here. So we definitely have a lot of work to do. Now, before I forget to put these back, so yeah, they're a little bit raised. Yeah, something I normally do not do. But in this case, I felt like just do that. So I do have freedom of the height here and can try and do what I want. In the end, I did also think like, okay, maybe if I would have just raised the terrain, so the pathing would be on top of the terrain, I would have had probably more freedom here with the pathing, but I, as always, chose the difficult and hard way. It is what it is. I really do hope you guys are as excited about this start as much as I am, even though we're definitely not there yet. Also, keep an eye out to the community wall. We've already did do a poll for the next animal. I will link it in the description as well, or in the comments as well, so you can find the poll as well if you still want to vote. Yeah, exciting times ahead. But in in the next episode, we're gonna finish this indoor area, and then we're going to start adding a new animal in here. I think we already did get more flamingo babies or so. If you want to have any animal named after you, definitely do let me know in the comments down below. And before we go, because I just quickly want to check. Our staff is still, well, I don't want to hire another vet. So these guys, they just need to be trained instead, because this is, this one has a low workload. I guess that's good, but we might need to hire a few more staff members in the next episode. So yeah, if you want to have a staff member named after you, definitely also let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you all think of this Caribbean zoo and the start of our Caribbean house. I look so much forward to reading all of your feedback and suggestions. Leave a like at this video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!